In order to address the various challenges facing the country, stakeholders have called for people-centered constitution and readiness to implement it to the latter. These are the thoughts of those who spoke at a symposium tagged The Hub, organized by the Peace and Social Advancement Center with the theme Contextualizing Nigeria's Democracy, the interplay between the federalism and unity system, held at the Centenary Hall, Ake, Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. The stakeholders argued that looking at the history of the country, it has been having a good constitution but lack proper implementation, saying that the major players have jettisoned it. They however opined that it is high time Nigeria get it right in the area of its constitution, which fought for its diversities.
There is not one fixed solution to any problem. And from what we have seen, we've tried with supposedly federal system of government. We've also attempted a unitary system of government. We've seen the faults. But may I say this, there is no one country which is so perfect in terms of the constitutional provision that is saying that, look, this in federal system, you also have elements of unitary. And in unitary system, you also have some forms of federal arrangements being involved. So for us, looking at our fault lines, which have traveled with us since 64 years ago, we need to be original, we need to be creative. We need to look at what are those things that as our political behavior, our attitudinal dispositions, and how do we now blend it. And I think by looking at that, we can come up with something that will work for us. But to say exactly that this is what will work, it may be difficult, but we must learn from the errors of the past. We must learn from the mistake we have made as a people.
Like I said, the way forward is for us to look at the Constitution. Let us have a proper people's constitution whereby we can say that, okay, it is the people that have actually presented this to Nigerians and it is going to be operated by Nigerians.
Most important is what system do we all agree is best. I'm not really per se about one system or the other. I'm actually for what is expected to work. We have children that have not seen street lights. We have people who have not been able to experience any benefit of being a citizen. We want to change that narrative. Politics is about enabling and enhancing the quality of lives and livelihood. That is what it is meant to be about, and governance also. So what we are looking at is not necessarily how it is implemented, but the best possible way it is implemented to ensure that everybody gets to live a happy, productive life.
The panelists also lend their voice to the People's Constitution calls.
Human beings, let them step down from their level of demigods, come down to the level of human beings, then think like human beings, act like human beings, work within the framework of the Constitution, okay? Then allow the local governments to operate as defined by the Constitution. But they will not. They will not. Just as the governors at the state level, so also the president up there. Today it is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yesterday it was Buhari. Before Buhari it was Jonathan. The thing is, all of them follow the same pattern. By the time a governor gets in there, he now arrogates to himself the singular right of knowing what everybody wants. The governor now assumes the power of knowing what the citizens and what to give to them.
We are where we are because we are not ready to do what is needful. The government there, who is the government? You are the government. You are part and parcel of the government. At one level or the other, you sit with policy makers. You make good policies as Nigerians, but the implementation is another case. So we have been toying with our law. They will change it when the court give a judgment. You see politicians not still obeying. They will be working around it so that law it's not implemented. Look at it today. They said they are giving autonomy, but the various states independent electoral commission as he saddled with responsibility to conduct the election. It's a partial autonomy. It is not a full autonomy.
Earlier speaking, the executive director of the center, Mr. Femi Adeleye, revealed the rationale behind the organization of the symposium.
At Peace and Social Advancement Center, we believe that informed policy decisions and inclusive dialogue are essential for advancing Nigeria's democracy. This curriculum, therefore, aims to contribute meaningfully to this endeavor.